Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Dr. Sarfaraz Ali with lecture number 6. Our subject title is Introduction to Riemannian Geometry. Uh, Today's topic is uh, we start from here as we have read about metric tensor before. So here this is example number 23. I'm using book of Nawaz Ali Shah, Vector and Tensor Analysis. Uh, Express the determinant G is equal to Gij is equal to determinant form in components G11, G12, G13, and second row is G21, G22, G23, and in third row G31, G32, G33. In terms of elements in the second row and third corresponding cofactors, mean what we have to do? Express the determinant G in term of elements in the second row, which is G21, G22, G23, and their corresponding cofactors. And the other part is show that capital Gij is equal to G, where capital Gij is the cofactor of Gij metric in G and where the summation is over J only. Okay, as you know guys, determinant of any matrix can be found with multiplying the cofactors of each row with the elements of that particular row and addition. Some mean, for example, if I want to write it as okay, I write it as here determinant G is equal to uh, sum of any particular row. Let I suppose 1 I and cofactors of that particular row. I move to what we have, and in this relation we can find a determinant multiplying by all these cofactors. We find the cofactors of G11, G12, G13, and multiplying and adding the cofactors these terms. This multiply means it is written as here G11 capital G11 plus G12 capital G12 with G plus G13 capital G13. So with each row, yeah, with each column, we can find the determinant of a matrix using row and their cofactors. So I erase it here. So what is the result of this one? The cofactors of Gij is a determinant obtained from G by A deleting the row and column in which Gij appears, and B associating the sign -1 I plus j uh, to this determinant. Thus, the cofactor of G21 is equal to -1 power 2 plus 1, means we are using the second row plus first column. So this term, this is determinant of this particular one, and the cofactor of G22 is -1, 2 plus 2 means second row, second column entry. We eliminate the second row and second column, so remaining elements are G11, G13, G31, G33, and same cofactors of G23 is equal to -1. Okay, the guys donate these cofactors by G21, G22, and G23 respectively. Then by elementary principle of determinants, as I have explained before, G21, G22 plus G22, capital G22 plus G23, capital G23 mean this the second row elements are multiplied by the cofactors of the same term, same elements, and adding will give the metric, will give the determinant G. Okay. Now, this question can be asked like this. This one G11, capital G11 plus G12, capital G12 plus G13, capital G13. This will be give answer G. Okay. Now the second part. By applying the result of one, mean first result, to any row or column, which I am asking about this, we have Gij, capital Gij is equal to G, where the summation is over J only, mean we fix I, and the summation change, mean we change the row. This result hold where G is equal to Gij is an nth order determinant, mean we can find even it is a nth order determinant. So, hope the answer. Okay, next example is prove that G21 capital G31 plus G22 capital G32 plus G23 capital G33 is equal to 0. And second part is prove that Gij capital Gk is equal to 0 if I not is equal to k. Okay, so first of all, we have to prove if we multiply the cofactors of third row with the elements of the second row and add, we get answer 0. And for generalized case, which is prove that Gij, capital G, Kj is equal to 0, mean if we multiply the any row elements of row and elements of the row multiplied with the cofactors of some other row, so it will give answer 0. Okay, to solve this, consider the determinant G11, G12, G13, 21, G22, G23, G22, G22, G23 mean second and third rows are same, which is 0 since its last two rows are identical, mean you know, if any two rows or two columns of a determinant are equal, then it will become 0. Expanding according to the element of the row, last row we have, if we find this term J21, cofactor of this one, cofactor of 22, cofactor of this 23. The cofactor of this term will be we delete this column and this row. So this is our first cofactor, which is G31. And when we delete this column and this row, then we get G11, G21, G13, G23. So it will be G32. And similarly, when we find the cofactor of G23, it will, this column and this row will be deleted, and we have only this term. So this cofactor is G33. So it will give answer 0. Okay. By setting the corresponding elements of any two rows and columns equal, we can show that as Gij, Gkj is equal to 0 if I naught is equal to k. So note that this result hold for nth order determinant also. So next one, conjugate or reciprocal tensor. Let G is equal to Gij, mean determinant of Gij is denoted by G. Denote the determinant with elements Gij and suppose G is not equal to 0. Why it is not equal to 0? If determinant is equal to 0, then it will become a singular matrix. And you know from elementary matrix algebra, uh, if there is no inverse of singular matrix. Define G contravariant form Ij by Gij is equal to cofactors of Gij in determinant Gij over Gij. So is it, this is equal to cofactors of Gij in G. We just replace this Gij mod with small g. This is equal to this term. When we have written it as a cofactor of Gij, so this become capital Gij over G. So our small ij in contravariant form is equal to Gij cofactor over G mod. Then Gij is a symmetric contravariant tensor of rank 2 called the conjugate or reciprocal tensor of Gij. Note that the corresponding reciprocal relation of equation 1 mean if we want to find uh, Gij in covariant form, then it will be the inverse of, it will become cofactor of Gij over Gij mod in capital, in contravariant form. Okay, here is a proof which may be a paper question. If Gij is equal to capital Gij over G, G stand for G mod, where capital Gij is the cofactor of Gij in the determinant G is equal to Gij not is equal to 0, prove that Gij Kj is equal to delta Kj. It is a contraction theorem actually. If we have elements like this, uh, Gij is in covariant form a metric and G on contravariant form Kg. From if the any element mean here in this one Ij and in this one Kj, K is same in both terms, so K is contracted, so it gives answer delta Kj. So we find, as we know that Gij, capital Gij mean cofactors gives answer G, where the summation is over J only, mean You know, we this is a determinant. We fix I and move j. Uh, this term can be written as Gij. Gij mean this term Gij, capital Gij, is equal to J. So I drag this J to left side as a denominator of cofactor Gij. Then it will become is equal Gij, capital Gij over G is equal to 1. So this term capital Gij over G is inverse form of Gij, contravariant form of Gij. So small Gij in covariant form and small ij in contravariant form give answer 1. Let this is equation number 1. Also Gij, Gkj is equal to 0 as in previous example we have done. Gij or and cofactor of kj is equal to 0 mean if we are multiplying for example row 2 with the cofactors of row 3 or row 1, it will give answer 0. And similarly which we want, but we want if k isn't equal to I, Gij, Gkj over G is equal to 0. So from this equation, this term become Gkj is equal to 0. No, from equation 1 and 2, G Gij, Gkj is equal to 1 if k is equal to I. If k is equal to I, if this k is equal to I, then it will give answer 1 like this one. And this if ki and k are different, then it will give us answer 0. So as a result, it will become delta ki. Okay, next theorem. Prove that Gij is a symmetric contravariant tensor of rank 2. If AP is an arbitrary contravariant vector, then GPJ AP is equal to AJ is an arbitrary covariant vector. Okay, multiplying by Gij on both sides of this equation. So left side, this right side will be Gij Aj is equal to this Gij which is multiplied on both sides, and this term Gpj AP is equal to, from here as in previous question we have did, uh, this J and this J are contracted, so we remain with delta IP and this AP. And further, this P and this P are contracted and this I is dragged to I. So we get answer AI. So the result is Gij AI is equal to AI. Since Aj is an arbitrary covariant vector, Gij is a contravariant tensor of order 2. By application of the quotient law, then tensor Gij is called conjugate metric tensor. Okay, the next theorem is if the coordinate system is orthogonal, that is Gij is equal to 0 for all I not is equal to j, mean if we have only diagonal elements, then prove that Gij mean inverse of a metric tensor Jii is equal to 1 over Gi. No summation over I. Mean if we have a matrix which has only diagonal elements, then its inverse will be the reciprocal of the diagonal elements. Uh, no, we prove since Gij is equal to 0 for I naught is equal to j, we have by definition of inverse G is equal to Gij. G is equal to Gij is equal to G1100G, mean we have only diagonal elements. So when we expand this term, this will become G11, G22, Gn, mean all these diagonal entries are multiplied. So no, Gii is equal to cofactor of Gii in G over G mod. So cofactors of Gii in G are G11, G22, Gi minus 1, Gi plus 1, and up to Gn. And this mod is equal to actually G11, G22, G33, and so on. And these are the midterms of this one, and last term is Gn. So these terms are equal to 1 over Gii. So for an orthogonal coordinate system, we get Gii is equal to Gii is equal to G11 is equal to 1 over G211, G22 is equal to G122, G33 is equal to 1 over G33. And its alternative method is we know that if Gij and Jkj in contravariant form is equal to delta Ki, if I is equal to K is equal to 1, for example, we get G1j, G1j is equal to G1111 plus this one. So these terms are 0 because it is diagonal matrix. This term is 0, this is diagonal matrix. And this G11 and this G11 in contravariant form, these are the reciprocal of each other or inverse of each other. So these two terms give answer 1. And since G12 and this one, and similarly, if we replace I and K is equal to 2, mean this I and K with 2, it gives 1, G22 is equal to 1 over G22. And similarly, this one we get G33 is equal to 1 over G33. So I hope you understand, guys. It's the end of this lecture. So